stuff here for the 6 liter. I still got to get this block line home, but you know that shit is expensive, especially here in Long Island. What rings it is? I forgot. Well, doesn't matter. So I got the flat tops, and until I bring the block to the other machine shop, the line home for the crank, I got some flat tops. So I've been flying all over the place in my truck like crazy, like well, basically like sliding around. And people don't expect it. That's why it's so easy to really get into it in the street. It's not like a sports car. Like the pickup truck is the smartest thing. Like nobody expects it. When they see it, they're like, "Holy shit!" They don't even care anymore. So you can wild out with these trucks. Like notice, gotta clean those up, put them on the other rods. What's that? Got a fresh set of bearings, rod bearings. So what I could do is I could gap the rings. I got everything I need. You got all the pistons and the bearings. And here's the C clips. So the only thing now I could do is gap the rings. And then mark the pistons and everything that I gapped out and then take the block in. So here's all the rings, right? So I'm probably gonna gap mine to 28. So here's all the second one. So basically I only need the one and the two for now. So that I can start doing now with whatever. So I don't even need to put these on the pistons first. Obviously, I just gotta press the old ones off of the old rods, and I'm reusing those. Get those in there. I think on my 5.3, I did like I think I did whatever the number range is. I don't remember what it is. It's like 18 to 26. I even gapped on my CTS motor because I plan to do something with that down the line. Um, I did like the maximum range, what everybody said. And when I floor my truck or like get on it to like get the wheels to break loose and slide around, it lets out this plume of white smoke. But the engine doesn't burn oil at all. So, so top ring, bottom ring, simple. If it let's just say for argument's sake, I don't remember right now. I gotta look it up. It's like 28 to 32. I don't know, man. Like, what do we're gonna have everything you need. The only other thing I think I really want to do is when I swap these blocks. I'm trying to do this as soon as possible. This 5.3 is not enough. Um, I want to see what type of porting I can get. That's not going to be too ridiculous financially. So I would call it up a couple places, and they said there was a 2 month wait for one guy. Other guy wouldn't even take him, and he's doing this by hand. So he told me to call a couple other places that have a CNC setup for my 799 heads, and those are already done. Like the only thing I have stock valves in here, but I got dual springs, whatever the good ones I needed for the Shark Norris cam. So I don't know. It depends on how much I'm gonna work right now, but like the 5.3 is pretty good, but NA, and I'm not putting anything in my car. I have no interest in any type of turbo system. I like the idea of Pro Charger because if it eats itself, it's not going to blow the rest of the motor up. Something ever happens, you could disconnect the fucking thing and just plug your vehicle in regularly. So, swap out a tune. Some things. I mean, it depends on how radical you make it. But I'd rather have NA power for now because I never boosted anything, and I'm trying to, I don't know what I want to do with that kind of stuff yet. But I want to bulletproof the truck. I still got to get traction bars. Uh, I'm going to do the shock relocation kit next. I'm doing a shock relocation kit next. And I'm buying a Corvette servo because I can only figure out how to tune so much stuff. And I want to protect my training. I changed a new filter and I started getting better shifts. But I'm having trouble from it going to second to third. I have to look into that. I really don't care because I just pedal it and let off the throttle. Honestly, it's such a big truck. Like when your balls out, and I just found out I got 410s. I thought I bought a 373 rear, and the 410 rear was 200 extra, or that's just what I bought. But I was so angry about the purchase because I paid so much, and I didn't like the way the guy was acting. That I got 410, so I went in the tune and I was looking at my speedo off. The other problem I'm having in my truck is it won't when you raise the speed limit and you raise the drive shaft RPM, it does nothing. It does not let the vehicle go over 100. So when it was stock, I was like, this is bullshit. Because when I'd be traveling 3 hours to work, I was flying. There's like this one highway that's like the Autobahn, so I really enjoyed that shit. And I thought 410s were gonna ruin all of that, and it didn't. It's fine. Like in third gear, it does like 70, 75. But the thing is, when you put bigger rims, you got to upgrade that gear ratio to get it to act like stock size. So when you got 24s on a vehicle that was factory 18-inch wheel, that's a lot. So I put in 410s, and now it's like 5 miles an hour within the speed limit. So I got to check the height of my tires, and it might be off by some millimeters, and just that. Hopefully, I'll get an accurate speedo. But now the truck goes from 0 to 100 as long as it shifts from second to third. Like I got to floor it, and it'll run good. Back off the pedal, let it shift. And it's better to let it shift in trailer mode. It shifts higher, faster, and it's not too aggressive, like too obnoxious. Then I keep going, get it in the third, click it into regular drive, not tow mode, and like this is annoying. But I could really have a good time with the truck, man. So look, I'm looking forward to this. I want to get this done right away. I'm predicting no more than a weekend, like literally. I take the whole top of the radiator support out. I have all of that shit already done. I did that, painted all the stuff, and you just fucking take off everything from underneath, flywheel, training bolts, and motor mounts. You try to just fuck with that. You get in there, you pop the whole intake off, up and out. The only thing is we gotta switch over the pan. I gotta make sure the flywheel's okay, and then everything is new in there, and it's all BTR and GM stuff. Whatever I was told to buy, I bought. But my head's already. I have the three-angle valve job, and I got the bowls cut a little, but there's no porting. So one machine shop said, "Look, I'm not trying to. I'm not gonna make you wait 2 months because I can't. If I'm taking the engine apart, I want my truck running in a week. I want max a week. So if I want to take the heads off right away before I do anything, bring that to the machine shop. I want to see them back in a couple of days so I can put it right back on the new, the new motor. And I'll just reuse my ARP head studs. I'll copper shield my gaskets and pray to God, man, it's going to be a good motor like the 5.3. The 5.3 is wicked. Then I take the 5.3, I wrap it up in saran wrap, and I keep it because from what I'm understanding as a regular dude here, I was into bikes mostly. So now I want to do the truck. I enjoy like, making it like a street truck. Like it's the it's just a lot of work. And if you're gonna boost anything, you gotta have two motors. So from what I understand, you can't fuck any motor up for nothing. Just as long as I keep it on a water temp and oil pressure. My mains, I think, were a little tight or whatever they were. That's why I only get 30 psi, but it stays consistent. And I got, a new oil pump GM. I don't know if it's high flow. I did whatever somebody told me how to build a motor. I did exactly. That's why my truck is so wicked because I just did whatever this dude told me, and I'm doing. So like, we're gonna put the flat tops here, and then eventually, I want to start this motor, run it, and get I beams and get I beam rods, put those back in, look at the condition because I'm curious how my 5.3 looks after I built it. I want to see the condition of it with like 3,000, 4,000 miles on it. I'm dying to know. Like I don't just want to put one motor in and be like it's good. No, I have to take it back out. I got to see what the fuck is going on because I don't want to live my life constantly having to change motors when I can just build one from the start. Same thing with the training. That's next. I'm also thinking about what I'm about to do with the training build. So I got to get it. I went underneath my truck, verified. I got a 4L60, and I understand in the videos how to like, basically check things to whatever. Like when you're dealing with motorcycle clutches a lot, it's very similar to this. And find out what I could do performance wise. So I'm gonna put the Corvette servo, but I don't want it to be smashing me hard shifting. But I would put a transco kit. Maybe I'm gonna do that. But I don't want to start experimenting with my 4L60 when I don't have another one. Like my 5.3, I can do whatever I want. I can beat the shit out of it all day because I'm currently making this and it should be done in weeks. Um, so, it'll only take like 2 hours to swap everything over nicely. Less than an hour. All one man. So I need traction bars for my truck. I need to do the shock relocation kit in the Corvette Servo next. Those things are cheap, and I need better double adjustable suspension. I'm more concerned about that than anything. It's very uncomfortable now with stiffer shocks, and all of the rest of the stuff back in is done. But I need traction bars. I need to also make a drive shaft. That's going to cost me like $200, but I kind of put that off, and it's a pain in the ass to get the truck on a level surface. I don't have access to a lift, so I can't tell my pinion angle properly, so I can't measure my drive shaft to make sure it's okay. Remember, stock the vehicle's all the way up here. When you fucking lower it, the drive shaft is straighter. So that's why I put I think the 30 or whatever it is, the 3 or the 6, hoping I would get a decent result. I Googled it and it said around the lowering that I've gone probably like whatever you could do. I think it's like 8, 9, 10 inches. As low as you can with 24s without it rubbing. Uh, you know, I don't know, I'm fucking tired. All right, so that's all what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I put my LS7 lifters. I got all of that stuff. Regular push rods. I haven't had to fuck with that. But my heads are already milled 30 over, so I'm pretty happy about that kind of stuff right now. So like I'm more than halfway to what I want to do. Then I reinforce the truck after that motor's in there. So we're gonna try, to get what that motor I'll have tuned, obviously, because it's worth it. So I'm getting by on shit that I did when I put this on. If I can get it to keep going past, like to keep going, I'll just do that too. But the truck needs more work. It needs coilovers in the front. Uh, I would like to weld up some type of roll bar because that truck gets pretty hectic when you start flying around, slide all over the place. Big truck. So I do want to but I don't want to put a cage in it where I'm going to be hitting my head in the street. The other thing I want to see if I can figure out how to put a harness in the fucking thing with those stock seats. I've been in new cars. I can't ride them because my back, my nerves that I'm going through that shit with, I can't handle it. So I think my truck, the seat is perfect, low miles. And if I could put a harness and lock myself in so I can take turns and do other shit, because every time you're all over the place. Can't do it with somebody in the car because they'll just bounce off the whole fucking, like a chick or whoever. Somebody light just bounce off the whole fucking interior when you slide around. So I need harnesses, and I gotta think of that. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the 6 liter to the max. Um, the head's already milled. 3 angle valve job's already done. Uh, so I want to see if I could just port them out, something reasonable for NA, but will really, because when you put a pro charger on something, I honestly, if I don't put rods, I want to be able to drive. I drive my truck every day. That's the thing. Like people don't understand. Like I'm not. This is not a project car. Like I am driving my shit every single day. People expect me to show up to work in it, and they think it's cool. People like it, but all these like things that I'm doing, I have to know they work before I do it. I'm very serious about that truck. It's a fun project. Better than I enjoy it more than motorcycles and everything. So that's it, man. I don't have a real camera and I'm editing that much shit. So I'm gonna do this on my phone just like that. And I probably should take these to the machine shop and bake them. Make my life easier. I don't know. Obviously maybe I'll just swap them over. That'd be fun. But I gotta gap the rings, and that shit takes forever. That shit is really annoying, and it doesn't always work out. But I gotta get the ring grinding tool from the machine shop. But you know, very curious to pull that 530 apart that I built. I'm dying to know, like how the bearings look. The cam bearings were very tight because I forgot to do it bearing and then slide the cam in and out. So like I want to check those cam bearings. Like there's just a lot of things I want to know. I want to learn from. So I'm good forever. Like I know what I'm doing.